Hey, beautiful people. Welcome and welcome back to Lighthouse Effect Healing, where we talk basically all things tarot, oracle, divination. I do a few readings here and there from time to time just to lift people's spirits and to give you guys a message that could possibly help you, for your highest and greatest good. Anyway, we are here to do what I like to call a deck walkthrough, where we basically just kind of discuss some decks that are new to me and to my practice. It may not be new to you, it may not have just come out. Sometimes I just do deck walkthroughs because some people are requesting a walkthrough of a deck that they've never come across before. So today we are going to do a deck called the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, and it is by Louis Martinez and Sally Ann Glassman. I love this deck because it is a part of my heritage. I can relate to it on a whole other level than I can with the RWS. So I like to say we are here for a good time, not a long time. So we are gonna go ahead and get started. This is the bad boy deck that I am talking about. This box is massive. I cannot show the entire box on camera. It's that big, but I promise you the deck is itself, the cards themselves are not as big as this box, I promise. They are more like standard, like playing card size, I would say. But let's get started. So the box opens from the side, it slides right out, and this is more of like the it's more of the Lao and the Orishas. It is similar to RWS based like decks. It does kind of have that structure, but it is structured a little bit differently. So I would not recommend this deck for beginners. If you are a beginner of the RWS structure or the RWS system, this is a little bit different and it could possibly be a bit confusing. And it is absolutely true to the celebration of an African American culture. 79 cards in this deck. Here is why the book, the box is so big, because the guidebook is so big. When I tell you the system is different, it's different. Now with the major cards, it is pretty much the same as RWS. The artwork is very different. It's going to be geared towards your Southern New Orleans kind of voodoo style of art, but the guidebook is extremely informative. As you can see, I have like tabs going all through the book. I've actually been working with this deck since around Kwanzaa time of last year. As you can see, this is how the cards come. You just kind of have to split them up and put them half and half, which can be a little bit annoying. I'm not even gonna front. Like for me, I feel like, I don't know, they could have did this a little bit better, but I'm not mad at it, I guess. Either way, I love the deck regardless, but the box is a little wonky feeling. So before we get into the cards, just to kind of talk about the system and the cards themselves. The deck is divided into, you pretty much have your 22 roads. So that's basically your 20-something, your 22 majors. And then there is a wild card. So that is why there are 79 cards total. And then the names of the majors are a bit different from the RWS or even the top system. It's a little bit different but very similar, but they call the names of them are more of Orishas or different aspects of the New Orleans voodoo culture, right? So Dr. John is pretty much like the magician, Dambala, Eneida's World Egg is the Fool card, Marie Laveau is the High Priestess, and so on and so on. So that part is kind of similar to the RWS, especially the meanings. But then for the 40 spirits, it's broken up a little bit. It's broken up. It's situated differently. So there are the elements. So you still have fire, water, air, earth, but then they're kind of represented differently or called something different. So for fire, you're basically going to have, fire is Petro, right? So the fire element here is what they call Petro. Water is Congo. Earth is Santeria. And then Rada or air is Rada. Waited, you still have the court cards. The whole court card system completely different than the RWS system. The meanings are different. I think for their king, it is like the king / knight card. Let me see. So yeah, the king is like the Hogan, and it depends on what suit you're in as well. They're called something different. So it won't be like for Petro, the queen, the king, the prince and the princess, because they don't do like knight and page. It is prince and princess, queen and king / knight, as you can see. But they're called something different for each suit. So that is completely different from the RWS. And when I started tarot, I actually learned the RWS system first. And I started tarot years ago. And I've just recently started developing it. But that is a completely different system. And I honestly wish I had learned this system first before doing the RWS, just because this is my culture. This is where I come from, and so I can relate to it. I relate to the stories. I relate to the people in the cards. I just relate to the energy of the deck. So I highly recommend this if you are a beginner and you are African American or of Central American, South American culture. This is right up your alley. I promise you will not be disappointed. And it's funny because it is a deck that can be a bit intimidating if you do not know what you're doing. I will say that if you are not familiar with it, especially reading about the sacrifices and throwing cards, and for each Orisha or Lao, you have to make a sacrifice and all these other types of things when working with this deck, especially if you deep dive into it. It can be a bit intimidating, but don't get discouraged. I actually feel like I was a little bit nervous for nothing, because when I first got it, I was like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to play with the Lao and the Orishas and the spirits like that. Like, I really want to know what I'm doing before I hop in. And y'all, I don't know why I was nervous, because I think this is my favorite deck now. Well, I know it is. This one and the Orisha deck that I talked about in my other video. I love working with these two decks, especially with my African American clients. Like, this is hands down my go-to, and it's not a soft, sweet, gentle deck. It's a deck that is going to, you know, slap your hand when you need it, but then also celebrate you when, you know, when you need that as well, and encourage you. And it's always gonna give a message for your highest good. But the cards themselves these are the backs. Let me show you the backs. So these are the backs. Oops, sorry about the glare. Which I like the backs. They're very nice, very simple. The card stock, I mean, it's bendy, but it's not, it's pretty flexible, as you can see. It's bendy. I don't think I'll be rifle shuffling these cards, because I just don't want to, like the extra wear and tear. I feel like when you rifle shuffle them, they have a lot more wear and tear on them. No gilding, simple kind of curved edges or curved corners, simple white edging. Nothing, you know, to rave about. But the card stock is okay. It's kind of similar to playing card style, but not really. But it's a good card stock in my opinion. I can tolerate it. The size of the cards are perfect for my hands, thank God. I'm so happy they made the card size feasible for small-handed people like myself. But yeah, so this is a little hand over hand shuffling. It works out fine. I can rifle shuffle these the other way, like you typically, like the horizontal way. I just don't want to do it to my card stock, so I don't want to mess them up, especially since they go in the box half and half like that. So I am going to show you guys the cards. These are out of order because I was working with them very recently. But see here, this is one card where I rifle shuffled, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but it bent. So I told myself, nope, I will not be shuffling these that way anymore. It doesn't, you can't really tell the difference when you put it in the deck. It's not too bad, but still, I just don't want to do that anymore. So anyway, these are the cards. And like I said, the names of them, of the majors, are named kind of differently. So this is number 20 of the major cards. And as you can see, it is called Ancestors, which this would typically be the Judgment card in the RWS system. Told you guys I was working with these. I love the artwork. It's very, you know, that kind of Creole, New Orleans kind of artwork kind of style. So as you can see, Congo is water, the water element in this deck, which for some reason we have a lot of Congos right here up front. This is Petro, so this would be the fire element. Santeria. And like I said, a lot of these have the Orishas, so like Oya, Shango, Obatala, Yimiya, like it has a lot of the Orishas and the Lao in here. Petro. And I'm not going to, Santeria, I'm not going to go through each and every card. I just kind of want to give you guys, this is the Rara, so this is air, Rara. I love saying Rara. And this is Legba, who is also one of the Orishas as well. But I just kind of want to give you guys just an inside look at this deck. This is my favorite deck. I love this deck. This deck was gifted to me for Kwanzaa, and it took me a little bit to get started working with it, like I said, because of my own fears and nervousness, and my confidence wasn't as high. I felt like with this deck, you really got to be on your game and on top of your shit in order to work with this and really know what you're doing. And I was intimidated by that at first, but now it's all good. Santeria. This is the card I bent. Shango. So this is the Shango card, Orisha Shango. This is the wild card, Les Baron. This is the Le Barons. Aida Wido. Ogun. Santeria. And look at this. This is so I feel like this is what I mean by, gosh, I can't find my words. This is what I mean by the deck can be a bit intimidating. look at this artwork. There seems to be a drum, and the energy of the drum is coming out, and it looks like it's trying to go into this young man's body. The market. So the market is number 10, which would be your Wheel of Fortune. But it's just a system that I enjoy more than the RWS, and you don't see systems out like this. This is card 21, Carnival. This system is amazing to me. This is a dope system. Like, if you really want to get in touch with your roots, this is it. I'm telling you. Obatala. This would be the Magician card in the RWS deck. This is Dr. John, who is a drummer. But anyway, so this is the deck. If you guys are interested in getting this deck, I believe they have this deck on Amazon. Like I said, it was gifted to me, so I don't know where it came from, but I think it came from, I think you can get it on Amazon for sure. But yeah, that is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot by Luis Martinez and Sally Ann Glassman. And I'm not really sure who did the artwork, because it doesn't really say the artist on here or which is the artist, but it is published by Destiny Books. That is the publisher. I thank you guys so much for stopping in and joining me for this deck walkthrough. Please tell somebody that, you know, loves tarot and oracle decks to stop by. If you would like to see more, I'm definitely hanging out not only on YouTube but also Instagram. I'm on Facebook too, but I don't really like Facebook, so Instagram and YouTube, sometimes TikTok on a good day. But you can find me there. You can also go to my website at www.lighthouseeffectllc.com for any extra services that you are looking for, doula work, readings. All my light work stuff is on my website. So peace and blessings to you all, and I hope to see you soon.